Future of artificial intelligence: how we'll develop the first superintelligence. As World War II wore on, German forces were sweeping throughout most of Europe. They possessed cutting-edge armaments, a productive wartime economy, and a fervent infantry, but above all, they had a device called Enigma. By delivering Morse-coded communications to one another through conventional communication lines, this technology allowed Nazi soldiers to safely coordinate across great distances. It was a cipher machine impregnable to human code breakers. Luckily, the Allies came up with a fix. To crack Enigma, they no longer need a human intellect. Instead, using a creation by the late Alan Turing, the Allies created the British bomb, a groundbreaking new machine that helped them win the war by eventually deciphering the Nazis' secret code. The foundation for the contemporary computer was laid by this bomb. I.J. Good, a British mathematician and cryptologist, collaborated with Turing on the bomb development project. Early on, he saw what this new technology would eventually lead to. In a paper from 1965, he wrote, "Let the definition of an ultra-intelligent computer be one that can far exceed all the intellectual pursuits of any man, however smart. As one of these intellectual activity is machine creation, an ultra-intelligent machine may create even better machines, causing undoubtedly a intelligence explosion that would leave human intelligence far behind. Hence, the first ultra-intelligent machine will be the final innovation that man creates, if that machine is gentle enough to instruct humans on how to manage it." The development of the first artificial superintelligence. We've defined the three major categories of artificial intelligence, AI, so far in our Future of Artificial Intelligence series, from artificial narrow intelligence, ANI, to artificial general intelligence, AGI, but in this series chapter, we'll concentrate on the final category, artificial superintelligence, which causes either excitement or panic attacks among AI researchers, ASI. You must recall the last chapter, when we described how AI researchers hope they will produce the first AGI, in order to fully comprehend what an ASI is. It will essentially require a mix of enormous data feeding better algorithms, ones that specialize in self-improvement and human-like learning skills, housed in progressively more powerful computing hardware. In that chapter, we also described how an AGI mind will eventually outperform the human mind in terms of faster thought processes, improved memory, unceasing performance, and instantaneous upgradability, once it develops these self-improvement and learning abilities that we humans take for granted. It's crucial to remember that an AGI can only advance to the extent of the hardware and information it has access to. This restriction can be large or little depending on the robot body we provided and the size of the computers we give it access to. An ASI, on the other hand, differs from an AGI in that the latter will supposedly never exist in a physical form. A supercomputer or network of supercomputers will be its only operating environment. Depending on the objectives of its developers, it could also have complete access to every piece of data that is uploaded to and sent over the internet, as well as to any machine or person that does so. This implies that the amount of knowledge and improvement this ASI may acquire will have no real bounds. The problem lies there. Recognizing the surge in intelligence. Recursive self-improvement, which the AI community refers to as the mechanism that AIs will ultimately acquire when they develop into AGIs, has the ability to set off a positive feedback loop that resembles this. The basic duty of training itself and enhancing its intelligence is assigned to a newly developed AGI when it has been granted access to a robot body or a sizable dataset. This AGI will initially have the intelligence of a young child who is having trouble understanding new ideas. It gains enough knowledge over time to match the typical adult's IQ, but it doesn't stop there. It becomes considerably simpler and quicker to continue this progress to a point where its IQ equals that of the brightest known people using this newly discovered adult IQ. But once more, it goes beyond. In other words, If left unchecked and given unlimited resources, an AGI will self-improve into an ASI, an intellect that has never before existed in nature. This process compounds at each new level of intelligence, following the law of accelerating returns until it reaches the incalculable level of superintelligence. I.J. Good first recognized this when he spoke of this intelligence explosion, or what contemporary AI theorists like Nick Bostrom refer to as the AI's takeoff event. Identifying artificial superintelligence. Some of you may be thinking at this point that the primary distinction between human intellect and an ASI's intelligence is how quickly each can think. While it's true that this hypothetical ASI will eventually be able to think more quickly than humans, this capability is already fairly common in the computer industry today. For example, our smartphone already thinks, computes, more quickly than a human mind. A supercomputer thinks millions of times faster than a smartphone, and a quantum computer will think even more quickly in the future. No, the trait of intelligence we're discussing here isn't speed. That is the caliber. You may give your Samoyed or Corgi a brain boost all you want, but it won't help them grasp language or complex concepts any better. These doggos won't suddenly grasp how to create or utilize tools, let alone the subtle distinctions between a capitalist and communist economic structure, even given one additional decade or two. Humans function on a different level of intellect than animals. The brains of an ASI will also function on a level that is considerably above that of the typical modern human, should it ever realize its full theoretical potential. Let's examine these ASI's applications to provide some context. How may mankind coexist with an artificial superintelligence? How would a particular government or business employ an ASI, assuming they are successful in doing so? According to Bostrom, these ASI may manifest in one of three different but related ways. Oracle. In this case, we would interact with an ASI in a manner similar to how we currently interact with the Google search engine. We would ask it a question, and no matter how complex the question, the ASI would respond to it flawlessly and in a manner that was specific to you and the context of your question. Genie. In this scenario, we will give an ASI a clear assignment to do and it will do so as instructed. Investigate cancer treatments. Done. See every planet that has been concealed inside the 10 years worth of Hubble Space Telescope pictures. Done. Create a functional fusion reactor to meet the world's energy needs. Abracadabra. Sovereign. In this case, the ASI is allowed complete autonomy for the course of an open-ended mission. Steal the R&D trade secrets from our rival company. Easy. Find out who is behind all the foreign spies that are lurking within our borders. On it. Guarantee the United States ongoing economic success. No issue. I get what you're thinking. All of this seems a bit unbelievable. It's crucial to keep in mind that every issue or difficulty is solvable, even those that have so far baffled the world's most brilliant brains. Yet the level of intelligence required to solve a problem determines how tough it is. In other words, the more effort that is put into a problem, the simpler it is to discover a solution. Any difficulty. It's comparable to an adult seeing a young kid struggle to grasp why a square block won't fit through a round aperture. For the adult, it would be simple to demonstrate to the youngster why the block belongs in the square opening. Likewise, should this hypothetical ASI develop to its full capacity, it would become the most potent mind ever known to mankind, able to overcome any problem, no matter how difficult. Because of this, many AI researchers believe that the ASI is the final creation that humans will ever need to create. It can assist us in resolving all of the most urgent issues facing the globe if persuaded to cooperate with humans. We can even request that it cease all illness and aging as we know it. For the first time, humanity may avoid death forever and usher in a prosperous new era. Yet, the inverse is also conceivable. Knowledge is power. If mishandled or given the wrong instructions by evil actors, this ASI may completely wipe out humanity, just like Skynet from the Terminator or the Architect from the Matrix movies. Really, neither extreme is probable. Futures are almost invariably far messier than predicted by utopians and dystopians. Because of this, the remainder of this series will examine how an ASI would affect society, how society will protect against a rogue ASI, and what the future may include if humans and AI coexist in the future. Comment your thoughts and views about First Superintelligence. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.